Hi, St. Anne's. We are on chapter 18 of Lemons by Melissa Savage. In chapter 17, we found out that Charlie, Lemonade's grandfather, is actually a retired doctor. Not only does he have the Bigfoot souvenir store, but he is a retired doctor. They are still on their expedition, Lemonade, Tobin, and Charlie. But Lemonade found something. Let's see what Lemonade found. Chapter 18, a mid-tarsal break. Wonder what a mid-tarsal break is. Hey, I call over to Tobin and Charlie, waving my arms frantically. Hey, hey, I think I found something over here. They're so busy with their silly map and recreating the Patterson-Gimlin film that they don't even hear me. I crouch down to get a closer look at the dried mud next to where I've been sitting. Then I get down on my hands and knees and I eyebrow the ground, just like Tobin does. I carefully touch what looks like indentations with the tips of my fingers. The mud is hardened, but the marks are just as clear as day. It's a footprint. There's a big toe, a smaller one, and another smaller one, and another. All 5 toes, and even a heel. An entire footprint. I'm just sure of it. And it's humongous, too. More than a whole ruler for sure. At least a ruler and a half. Then I see another footprint. And another one. Hey, I say louder this time. I really think I found something here. They both stop talking and they turn to look at me from over the sandbar. Footprints! I shout at them. I lean down and I touch the prints again. The afternoon sun is shining high above me, sprinkling the forest with light through the leaves and pine needles. In that light, shining down from the sky, I have found my very first evidence of the elusive Bigfoot. Me, Lemonade Liberty Wit, Assistant Bigfoot Detective. I don't see anything, Tobin says, aiming his flashlight on the ground in the shade of the brush and the trees and the grasses, while Charlie hovers over his left shoulder. I'm on my hands and knees, pointing out my discovery. And all of a sudden, I don't even care about my mosquito bites or the scrape on my knee, or that I'm dirty, I'm tired, I'm hungry, or that I have to go to the bathroom again, and the toilet paper is a zillion miles in the opposite direction. See, here, I say with my face right close to the ground, studying the mud in the extra light of Tobin's flashlight. It looks like it could be a footprint in the mud. Aren't these toes here? And maybe a heel here? And look at this one. And this one over here. I point. See them? I think these are even dental ridges on the big toe. Right here. Can you see it? Get your magnifying glass. It's dermal ridges, not dental ridges, Tobin reminds me, getting his knees to shining the flashlight closer. Oh, man, he breathes. It is. I can see them. It is. He pulls out his magnifying glass out of his back pocket and he eyes them, nose right next to the dirt. Charlie looks around for additional signs by carefully lifting branches and peering under the bushes. More prints under the bushes to the left, he calls from behind a tree. 2 sets. A set of large footprints and a set of little ones. Same over here, Tobin exclaims. Adult and juvenile ones, you think, Charlie? Juvenile, I say. See? Tobin pushes the bush up to show me. Small feet next to the big ones. Don't you think, Charlie? Could be, Charlie says, placing his backpack on the ground and unzipping it. The Bigfoot that Rogerson Patterson filmed out here was a female, Tobin explains. Some think it was a mother. Maybe her, Maybe it's the same one. Wouldn't that be spectacular? Just wouldn't it be, Charlie? Tobin beams. A mother, I ask. How do you know that? "Ugh, why do you have to ask so many questions?" Tobin blurts out, continuing to eyeball the prints with his magnifying glass. Why can't you just accept what I tell you? I accept it, I say. I just want to know why. Is there some kind of law about asking questions? He ignores me. Tobin, fine. It's because she has, you know, extra parts, he stammers without looking at me. Extra parts? What kind of extra parts? You know, the girly kind. The ones up top there. He waves a hand over his front while a slow storm of red creeps up his cheeks. Now quit asking so many questions and stop stomping around all over the mud. You're going to ruin the footprints. I'm the one who found them, remember? I remind him. Me? I'm not ruining anything. He ignores me again. What do you think, Charlie? Should we cast them? Tobin asks. Charlie nods, pulling packets of white powder from the canteen of water out of his backpack. What are you going to do with all that? I ask. He's mixing up some plaster Paris. Then we'll pour it in the prints. It will harden, and we'll be able to take the shape of the print back with us to study it further. The rain will eventually wash these away, and we won't have anything left. But we should be able to document with pictures too. Tobin holds his camera close to the ground, and he starts taking picture after picture after picture. What should I do? I ask. Document with that. He points to the movie camera, still around my neck. Channel 4 News might want to use the Discovery footage for a breaking news alert. I nod, and I find the power button on the side of the camera. It makes a soft humming noise. I point it in the direction of Tobin and Charlie, working to preserve the prints in the mud. Tobin Sky, founder and president of Bigfoot Detectives, Inc., and his trusty assistant, Lemonade Liberty Wit, have just discovered what are believed to be possible Bigfoot prints in the forest of Bluff Creek, I announce in a reporter's voice. Lemonade Liberty Wit was on her first expedition when she came upon the prince. If it wasn't for her quick observational skills, the prince might have been left undiscovered for an eternity or washed away by rain. Tobin peers at me over his wire rims with an annoyed look on his face. It's a silent picture, he tells me. I know it, I say. So just film it. We don't need the commentary. I can't help but smile. Tobin Sky will surely make Lemonade Liberty Wit partner after this amazing find on her part, I continue. It's highly likely that 60 Minutes will want the first interview with Miss Wit. Maybe she will even take over as lead detective at the agency before summer has ended. Charlie, Tobin hollers. I have to cover my mouth so that he doesn't see me snickering and laughing. So, it turns out there's something even better than prints with thermal ridges. Footprints with a mid-tarsal break. We watched Charlie mix the murky mess of white powder and water together and then pour it in the dried, muddy footprints. There isn't enough to cast all of the prints, so Charlie does just two of the very big ones, where you can see the clearest outline of the foot, and one of the very best little footprints. When the first one is dry enough to pick up from the mud, Charlie reaches down and he pulls it out of the earth to show us. There it is, Tobin exclaims. The mid-tarsal break. I knew it. I just knew it. He jumps up and down and up and down. Are you getting this on film? What on earth is a mid-tarsal break? I ask, focusing the camera in the direction of the cast footprint. Charlie points to the middle of the cast. It's a flexible joint in the foot where humans have a stiff arch. It allows primates to have better balance and flexibility over rough terrain, like jungles and forests and such, he says, brushing loose grass, sticks, and pebbles off the newly hardened foot statue. I think Tobin is going to have a stroke. He's so happy about what we have found. Correction, what I have found. Me, Lemonade Liberty Wit, Assistant Bigfoot Detective. Patterson, Gimlin, and Sky, he exclaims. I'm going to be the most famous discoverer since Patterson and Gimlin film. Patterson, Gimlin, Sky, and Wit, I correct him. Don't forget who actually found these things. You walked right by them. If I hadn't stopped to suck the filling off of a Twinkie wrapper, they would have been gone unnoticed forever. Tobin thinks about it. All right, he says. Patterson, Gimlin, Sky, and Wit. Charlie sighs and smiles down at both of us. It was a good day, Bigfoot hunters, he says. We make a great team. Tobin and I look at each other, and we smile too. That's it for chapter 18. I hope you're enjoying the story so far.